Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about how to blow up your social media presence as a coach. Now, this is a big one because the more people that know who you are, actually the more people that you can sell to. So what it's going to start with, I'm going to break it down into 5 steps, but the first step that you need to implement is you need what is called a 1-sentence message, or it's also called a brand promise. And it needs to be structured in a certain way that represents the niche that you are targeting. And the way that we structure it is, I help blank this target market to blank, which means get what they want, right? For example, for me, I help coaches to get to 50K per month in 4 months or less. That is actually my 1-sentence message. Now, there's some variations of that, but you've got to come up with yours to start with. So some other examples, if I was helping people in relationships, it could be, I help single women to become the one to attract the man of their dreams. That could be an example there. Or I help single women to become the woman to attract a high quality man or high quality men, right? If I was a dating coach, it could be, I help men to date multiple beautiful women so they can choose any woman that they want, right? That's a great niche for dating. What would be another one? Another one could be, I help women to rebuild their relationships with themselves so that they can find true peace and happiness in their life. Or I help women to stop sacrificing themselves and put themselves first in their own life to create the life they love, right? Here are some examples, right? It could be for men. I could be a men's confidence coach. I help men to, heal the boy and awaken the warrior within, or to awaken their true inner confidence, right? These are examples, but you need a 1-sentence message that represents your niche, and sometimes you need an identity. Like I'm an anxiety coach, or a confidence coach, or a dating coach, or a relationship coach, or business coach, whatever it may be. If it can be, specific, then that is great as well, having that identity as a coach. So that's step 1. Step 2 is you want to update on all your social media pages that 1-sentence message so that it aligns with your niche on all social media pages. You need consistency of message, right? Consistency of brand. I spoke to one lady yesterday and she's like, I want to work with 2 different niches. She said, I want to work with, teenagers, and I want to work with women to help heal their relationship with themselves. I'm right. These are 2 different niches, and it's very hard to set up a social media pages, to split niches and split social media pages. You're going to double the amount of work for yourself. So Amazon started with only selling books, right? That's all that they sold. Then they sold CDs, right? Then they sold videotapes. So they started with one thing at a time. Now Jeff Bezos sells whatever the F he wants, right? But he started with one thing, right? Books. What is your version of books? Now you've got the social media pages that have to be all set up. That's Facebook, business page, Facebook personal page, right? Some people say, it's my personal page. I just have it for family and friends. I'm like, no, you don't know where your target market could be hanging out. They could be there on your personal page right now. So you need it there. You need it on your Instagram page, and you need it on LinkedIn. It should say that same 1-sentence message. Then you need a nice profile photo, not one of the back of your head, not one of somebody's hands, not some stock image, right? You need a clear headshot or upper body shot of you in most cases. Then you need a banner that's got a nice photo of you as well, in most cases as well, or a nice 1-sentence message on the background of that banner. And it says who you help, it's saying what you do, and give yourself that authority. Like, I'm the number 1 coach in Australia for this, or the number 1 coach in the world for this, or Australia's leading coach for or leading coach in. Just put some authority statement there for yourself, right? That's on your social media pages. Now, step number 3 is we want to post on your Facebook personal page about 5 times a week, right? About on average, about 4 to 6 times a week is good. Now, you do that because, your know, like, and trust market is the easiest market to sell. And generally they're on your personal page. So you should be doing relatability posts, telling your story on there. You should be giving value posts, solving the top core problems of your audience for free, right? Then you should be, doing social proof posts on there or celebration posts when somebody signs up. Now, once you've got the personal page nailed down, then you should be posting on your Facebook business page, on your Instagram, and on LinkedIn, and on 10 Facebook groups. Those 4 platforms, Monday to Friday. Over those days, it's the same post over those 4 platforms. Why do we do that? Because we want to get mass attention. Now, am I going to be posting in Facebook groups of people that don't have my target market? No, they must be my target market. So I do that. Now I'm probably getting quite a high number of likes, a high number of comments if my content is good, right? So now that I'm doing that, that's amazing for step number 3. That's epic. I'm getting more attention now. Now, step number 4, this is going to stretch you. And this is something that I held off for a long time, but if you have the time, I would do this on a weekend ideally, where on a Saturday, I actually do podcast interviews. Either I am a guest on somebody else's podcast, and that person's podcast, they have my target audience and they have a big enough following that it's worth my time. I'm not going to go on a podcast of someone that's got like 2 followers, right? Unless it's, some sort of exceptions that I really got a good relationship with the person. But, I want to be on a podcast where they got a lot of followers and it's my audience, right? That's what I do. I also actually interview other people that have our target audience as well, or they've just got a big brand, right? If you interview people that have got a good brand or a big brand, then that's going to increase your brand power and your influence. That means when you start to say things, you're going to get a lot more resonance with your target audience. You're going to get a lot more response because wow, this is a big brand. If I interviewed Oprah Winfrey tomorrow, all of a sudden more people are going to be listening even more than what they do now, right? So find those people as well. Now, when you do it, if you interview somebody who has your target audience, if you ask some really good questions, you'll get really good content from them. What's going to happen there? You're going to post, clips of that podcast on your social media, on Facebook business page, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and stories. If it's good, they're going to share it to their audience as well. That means you're now getting exposure to their audience, and they're saying that you're great. Now you're getting more followers, more people engaging with you, and you can really blow up your brand this way. Right, this is pretty much what I did. Is I started going on actually network marketing team calls where they had hundreds of people when I was working with network marketers, and I was giving value. The top people of the network marketing company were saying, "Oh, Luke's great, Luke's amazing, he's number 1 at this," and that just blew up my brand massively. So never underestimate doing that. And then step number 5 is you want to create unique, creative, and valuable content. Right? Not boring content, right? Be you, make it creative. I used to dress up as Superman or, had like Christmas paper around me. I would go stand on the opera house, dress up as a whoopee cushion. This was all me just trying to get attention, right? You can do that. You can share your story. That usually gets good content exposure, good engagement. And, the more valuable that content is, the more people are going to share it as well for that audience, right? Which is based on niche. It needs to be specific, valuable content for that audience, right? So I hope that's helped you with those 5 steps there, and, go ahead and implement those, and that's going to blow up your social media brand if you execute on those strategies. Go out there and rock it.